Say prior to working with you, email was not one of our larger sales channels. It wasn't even really on our focuses. And now, given the results we've seen with you, email is quickly becoming either our top, one or two sales channel.
Yeah. So today we have an extremely interesting interview with Branson Packard, co-founder of StoryIt, one of the coolest products I've ever seen, and also one of our first clients ever. He's been killing it these past few months, just changing the landscape of digital marketing. And I'm lucky enough we have him here just to share a little bit about what he's been up to. Branson, just to kick things off, do you mind giving a little bit of a breakdown on who you are?
Yeah, I've been in the world of digital marketing for some time now. Starting the agency side, and now my co-founder and I will have founded StoryIt, which is essentially a marketing tech platform that helps any brand out there get their customers sharing about them on social media and also drive them back in the door. We tie social engagement to rewards and loyalty, while solving a lot of the pain points around content and sourcing affordable and effective organic content.
Branson's been working with us for like 2 months now. And
Yeah.
just before we started working together, what were, I guess, some of the goals you guys have set for the company? And what was your situation like in terms of just signing clients and booking
Yeah.
demos?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think as most early startups experience, it's a lot of spraying and praying. So trying
Mhm.
different things, seeing what, garners interest, what books demos, what channels work. I would say before we started working with you, we were a little bit in the dark, especially around emails, and just how effective they can be. We had tried different tools, different gadgets around automation and personalization, but none of them really seemed to do the trick. They all kind of came out to be very cold emailing, very salesy,
Yeah.
and didn't really book anything for us initially.
What was really the main thing you were looking for when working with us? And I'm curious, like, were you a little bit skeptical at first? Because I know you said you've had conversations in the past with like other tech founders who
Yeah.
they're trying to book demos over cold email, but they just can't seem to like crack the code for themselves.
Yeah, we were a little skeptical. Especially on our end, we get a ton of emails from different people offering all sorts of tools and services and help. And so we were definitely initially skeptical going into this. You just never really know what the expectations are. But I really do appreciate like your transparency and how you let us review a lot of the messaging that you were sending out, and you made us feel incredibly comfortable in the sense that we had control over what you were doing to some degree, and to knowing what you were doing, and what this message you're putting out in our company to the world was.
Mhm.
And just overall keeping us updated on like stats and replies and interest that you were receiving by setting us all up for us.
In terms of results, 2 months later, what kind of results have you been getting working with us? What, I guess, what areas of your business have just improved?
Yeah, I mean the results you've given us are amazing. We've been seeing tons of demos booked weekly, just off initial cold emails that you've been structuring and strategizing with us.
Mhm.
It's been pretty remarkable. I would say prior to working with you, email was not one of our larger sales channels. It wasn't even really on our focuses. And now, given the results we've seen with you, email is quickly becoming either our top, one or two sales channel.
Yeah.
Something we're really looking to scale and really looking to prioritize moving forward.
If you had to pinpoint just one thing, I guess the most valuable thing that you've gotten from working with us, what would that be?
Yeah, I think, as I mentioned, we were really in the dark regarding how to craft effective messaging.
Mhm.
I think, on the company side, like we're always eager to overshare, over explain things. And I think,
Sure.
your guidance around helping with messaging and also helping with deliverability and making sure that, our emails are being seen, was a game changer for us. I'd say
Gotcha.
between just kind of helping us on those two fronts of messaging and improving our deliverability and strategy as what lens we should be looking at all this through,
Mhm.
was tremendously helpful.
Let's say someone listening or watching this right now and they're like, I don't know, this guy could be an internet scammer, been looking into his stuff, but they just have some doubts, right?
Yeah.
How likely are you to recommend working with us? And what would you tell someone who's really just on the edge of thinking about working with us?
Yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend anyone to work with you guys. I think what you're doing is a much needed skill for anyone looking to improve their whole email strategy and their whole outbound. And I would just assure them that you are a good guy and that, the way that you work with other companies is really transparent. So it's not like you have the magic answer and you're not willing to share it and you're not willing to like show us what you do. You're incredibly transparent around the steps needed, the information needed, what's being said. And that level of transparency is what I think would kind of assure anyone or just allow them to feel comfortable trusting you with their company to go help them with their sales.
Amazing. Last question that I have before I let you go. Is there anything that we can improve on? What can we be doing better?
I don't know if you have a whole ton to improve on right now. I think the results you've given us are clear. We've got a surplus of demos booked, over, our entire engagement. And, I think the only improvement I could see is, um, I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. I think
Yeah, no
everything's been
worries.
good. Everything's been great so far. Honestly, I've had no complaints. We've been kept in the loop, seen results, and it's been very cost effective for us.
Awesome. Amazing. Truly, thank you for taking the time today just to do this interview. Hope everyone who watched this got, some sort of unique insight. And yeah, really appreciate you taking the time.
Of course, Enoch.
All right.
Anything.